All right, we are recording Sisterhood Team Call October 6th. We are super excited to have you guys here tonight. It's going to be a special night after 2 years. Beachbody hosted a freaking live event, and it was magical. We really want to share with you guys some of our takeaways. We don't want to make you have any more FOMO. It's not about that. It's not about like you need to go. It's just about like really sharing what we learned and bringing it back to the team. So before we kick that off, why don't I open it up for some recognition?
Hey guys, it's Clarissa. I'm going to jump in right away. I just want to take a second to acknowledge my coaches, Janice, Natalie, and Shauna, as well as my new coaches, Elise and Michelle, for kind of ripping the Band-Aid off and taking this business by the balls and making decisions, to like get their head in the game and most importantly, attend these calls and just show up. So I just want to take a second to say thanks.
I'll go. My coach, Allison, is in her second month of coaching and decided to sign up for Team Cup. She went Emerald on October 1st already, so we're doing good so far. So congratulations, girl. I'm so proud of you.
I'll jump in and officially welcome Candice. Candice has decided to align herself and become a business owner with Fire and Freedom and the Sisterhood. I am so excited to see what you are going to do, Candice, with this, and I know it's going to be big because I can feel it in my bones.
All right, I'll go. I have two tonight. I want to shout out Joanne Anderson, who's a new coach, who's going Emerald tomorrow. Super proud of you. You're like being so vulnerable and putting yourself out there. So way to go. Also want to shout out Nadia, who's hitting Success Starter this month. It's only October 6th and she's already hit it for the month. She's already hit Success Club. So it's official. She'll be Success Starter at the end of the month and she will be doing the next test group. And I'm so proud of her. Congrats, girl.
All right, I have a couple. I wanted to officially congratulate Erin Girard for hitting 2-star. We were not on the team call last week, so I didn't get the opportunity to do that. I think she's living her best life around the corner from me, not like this. So I don't think she's on the call, but Erin honestly is such a leader on this team. She has been since the day she started, so authentic. We've all learned so much from her in terms of how to build connections, and just super proud of Erin and to be aligned with her in every effort, and Jess Maloney, who hit Diamond alongside her. So way to go to every effort. And then I wanted to congratulate Kelly Barter on officially hitting month 2 Success Starter. Kelly, I shouted her out like 3 weeks ago for that. And she messaged me after, she's like, I didn't hit Success Club. Like, I don't know why you said that. And I was like, oh, well, pressure's on now, girl. And then there was like 5 days left in the month. And she's like, I don't know if I'm going to hit it. Like, it's okay if I don't though, because, and I was like, whoa, like it's not. You can absolutely do this. You can absolutely find 3 people and lock in this month, because she needed to hit it in order to continue on to, lock in Success Starter this month. Anyway, she got in her inbox and she invited all the women in her life and she hit Success Club and locked in month 2. So I was really proud watching you, how you handled that, how you put yourself out there and went for it. So congrats to you, Kelly. And then I wanted to welcome Vicki Mason to the call. She went Emerald last week, but she sort of had done it in a wonky way, and she enrolled her husband first and then her. And so I told her, I'm like, listen, if you really want something out of this biz long term, let's cancel your hubby and sign you up properly. And now she's got to wait 6 months to sign her hubby up. So she's not Emerald yet. I know she will be any day, but it just really was like it showed a lot of commitment to me that she was willing to do this properly. So welcome to Vicki, and welcome to all the women on the October mentorship call. We just got off that call. I'm really excited for this crew. It's an awesome time to join as a coach. Let me tell you, after 3, almost 4 years now of enrolling people, October is an incredible month to join, because you have this opportunity to be consistent for the next 3 months before everyone and their mother wants to set some New Year's goals. So really, really excited for you guys. Does anybody else have any recognition?
Sorry, I will hop in. I just want to welcome Kelsey Stanley. This isn't her first call. She was in the September mentorship, but she was just finishing up her 6-month waiting period from switching. So she is officially a coach as of this week. So I just wanted to officially welcome her to our team.
Awesome. They're still having trouble, Erin, with the link. Can you drop the proper one in the Diamond Coach Pod and in Coach Corner? Someone dropped an old one, I think. Did you want to go, Christy? Or were you?
I was going to say I had to clear my cookies to get this link to work. That's what didn't work for me. So I'll pop that in the chat.
All right. Anybody else for recognition? I'm going to do a couple announcements and kick it off to Sophie.
No? Can you hear me?
Yeah, Andrea?
Yes, hi, sorry, I was having problems. Okay, I'm here. I just wanted to recognize 2 new coaches, Haley and Steph. They just made the jump to coaching last week, and I am so excited to have them on the Full Circle team. They are both they both have amazing transformations, Beachbody believers, and they're both going to do amazing at this job or in this journey, and I know it. So congrats, guys, and welcome to the team.
I was just going to say really quick that I wanted to give a shout out to all of the coaches in my downline. Pretty much every single working coach in my downline is on a Team Cup team. And I just want to give them a pat on the back, because Carl was talking at leadership about how this Team Cup was one of like the lowest enrollment ones, and how it's such an incredible opportunity to really boost your business. So I just wanted to say, like, you know who you are. Kudos to all of you and even if you're not in my downline, whoever you're a part of, if you're on a Team Cup team right now, congrats. So excited to see everyone level it up this month.
I just added there in the chat. I have one
It's too
team.
late.
No, today's the last. It's midnight tonight. They extended it
Oh, I
because
thought it
of the
was the
Facebook
5th.
shutdown. So it's tonight. It's the last night to register. If you're sitting here being like, I didn't do it, I don't know. I'm looking for one person. If you're new, it's not too late to jump in. We have a whole team of amazing people who are missing one person. So if you're up for it, send me a message. We've got a spot for you. It's not too late.
All right. We are going to kick it off to Sophie, who is going to kick off the call.
All right. Hi, everyone. So there'll be kind of 2 parts to my my section of this call, if you will. The first one, I'd love to tell you about how I felt coming out of leadership. As you guys know, I attended as Erin's guest. Leadership is a conference that's available for 5-star coaches and above, and to be a guest, you need to be a 1-star coach. And when Erin invited me, I was like, oh boy, like, am I ready for the big leagues? I've been coaching for 2.5 years, and I've never been to a Beachbody event. They've always been canceled. I've never been on the Success Club trip. I've never been to Summit. I've never been to NLC, nothing. So I had no idea what to expect, and I'm going right away. I'm starting with like the head honcho one. So I didn't know what to expect. I know I had a fair level of butterflies, but I still said, go in it with like a level head and see what happens. It was eye-opening and jaw-dropping those entire 5 days, every single day, I could not believe what I was seeing. The top 3 things that kind of stood out to me is we, in several occasions, got to mingle with the super trainers, and we got to chat with them, and they care so much about our feedback. I think like 5 out of 6 asked me, oh, you know, what did you think of this? Or Jericho, we had a lengthy conversation, and she was like, what did you think of Morning Meltdown? Like, which one was your favorite workout? Why? Who are you people doing? And like, we recounted so many of your and your clients' stories to these super trainers, and they cared so much. Like, I was really shocked to see how much of my feedback and my input they wanted. It was absolutely amazing. That was definitely one of the first things that I was really surprised by. The second thing, and I mean, this resonates with Sophie in the first year of her business. In my first year, I, of course, had so many doubts and reservations about this. I thought that signing up my spouse was scammy. I thought that, you know, having to order for 50 PV or 90 PV every month was like, oh my God, they're forcing me to do this. I was like the worst coach in life. I had so many reservations, and I didn't understand the why, like that it makes sense to sign up your spouse in the beginning, and why this. And I now understand why they do yearly events, because in that first year, I was so full with doubt that if I had attended a conference like this one, or summit, or whatever, I would have understood a lot, because I was really able to see throughout all of these presentations. So we had corporate folks that were talking, we had Carl, the CEO, that were talking, we had top coaches that were talking. In no way, shape, or form was it, hey, here's all the new programs, sell, 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 make us money. In no way, shape, or form was it anything to do with that. It was, hey guys, this is what we have coming up. Like, they want us to succeed so bad. So bad. There was no ick. There was no do this because this is our quarterly goal for this year. There was nothing. And I was really, really, really taken back by that. Because, you know, like, okay, this is a network marketing. Like, they put out these products, we make a commission on it. Like, this weekend, it really solidified my belief in the system by just seeing how much they absolutely, truly, truly care. And then the last thing, before I get into like the tactical part of my little spiel, I have watched, so I've known about Beachbody for 6 or 7 years. I have followed many, many, many top coaches for many, many years, even before starting my business. And I honestly thought they were like in a league of their own. I thought they were super fancy and like super flashy, and I didn't quite understand how they got to be successful or what leg up they had on me. It was probably like, you know, I don't know. I just had all these preconceived notions about them. And during those 5 days, we got to talk with Moroku Saba, Angie Belmar, you know, all of them were around us in conversation. And honestly, guys, this has been said before, but I'm telling you, as the guest at this retreat, that my God, they are exactly like we are. Exactly like we are. They have the same fears. They use the same language. They answer their own personal voice notes in their phone. Trust me, Erin and I shared a ride with Moroku Saba to the airport leaving, and she was voice noting like her challengers, and she was scheduling her posts. Of course, I'm like this, I'm trying to peek, wondering if I can secretly take a picture, but they are no different. They've just been doing this for longer. They are no different. They're not special unicorns. They don't speak the special language. They didn't come into this business with 100,000 followers. They've just been doing this for longer. And getting to speak with them and getting to kind of talk about some business, some non-business, I so quickly was able to see that, my God, they're just normal people. They just have systems in place, and they've been doing this long enough to be able to hit elite 5-star and up. So those were like the top three things that kind of really really resonated with me as we went through those 5 days. I was literally like, Erin, pinch me, Erin, pinch me. I was on the verge of tears during 3 of the 4 workouts because I just couldn't believe that I was aligned with a company whose primary goal was to make sure I get a good sweat and make sure that I'm super healthy. Honestly, like even after 2.5 years, this was all completely shocking to me, and it was great. So I want to talk to you guys tactical now. So I want to talk to you guys about the upcoming stuff that is coming. There is so much coming, and I've shared this in a past call where I'm so happy that we have a company that figures out this promotional calendar for us, this marketing calendar on a yearly basis, and comes out with these bomb things. Because if I owned a yoga studio, I would have to figure out my promotions by myself. I would have to figure out what new offerings I would have to stay up with the technology. I would have to do all this. And yet this company lays it out for us, new and exciting, listens to our feedbacks, listens to client feedback, and creates these amazing products, these amazing programs for us. They're right for the taking. All the back work has been done. So the first one, I know I have many customers that are going to be really excited for this, is Bevy. For those of you who don't know what Bevy is, it's a 15-calorie, like an afternoon pick-me-up. It has a little bit of caffeine. It was never available in Canada, and now the pomegranate berry Bevy is going to be available as of December 2nd. Now, don't go like ape crazy trying to write down everything. I'm going to like try to rush through. All of this will be made available. You will see it in the news section of the Coach Back office. We will share this in Sisterhood. This is just like sneak peeks of what we heard while we were there. The second one, they of course talked about Job 1, which is coming in December. The test group is starting, I believe, at the end of the month. And then there's going to be a VIP early access coach window, followed by the client window near the end of December. Job 1 is, of course, 4 weeks, 5 days a week, very short 20-minute workouts. Jennifer Jacobs was there, and she kind of talked about the program and the way it's structured. There's even going to be 2 of the cardio days where you can actually, hop on the bike if you already have a bike or if you're in the US, all totally optional. It is not a cycling program. It is a short program. And one thing that I never really realized until I kind of heard her say it is, the thinking behind Job 1 is that your health should be your number 1 job. And so they're encouraging people to use their workout as part of their job. Schedule it in your calendar, put it as if it was your job. Your health is your job. So anyways, I really love the thinking behind that. Job number 1, exactly, Erin. The other fun one, and I know there are several mamas on this group, to be pregnant is coming. Ilana was getting so many questions during her pregnancy about nutrition while pregnant that she decided to create subset of To Be Mindset called To Be Pregnant. And what it is, it's To Be Mindset adapted to pregnancy. That's very specific per trimester. It's going to be included in To Be Mindset, so it's not like something else is extra or not included. There's 15 videos as well that are included with that, and she just basically walks through the nutritional requirements that a woman can have during her pregnancy. So I think this is going to be great. I remember walking into my doctor's office when I was pregnant with Mila, and he literally said, "Oh, what are you eating? You've gained whatever, I forget how many." And I was like, you should be telling me the good stuff to eat. So I'm really happy to see that this is going to be a new tool in our toolbox to really support the expecting women around us. Then Autumn came on stage, and I was like, oh, what's next? What's next? Tell me what's next. She just launched 9 Week Control Freak. Those of you who have followed Autumn for a while and her stories have seen that she has struggled with nutrition and bloating, and she has struggled with her health in the last year. And so as she was going through her personal journey, she said, whoa, I know that this could probably benefit a lot of people, and I'm just looking for the stat, but 81% of people canvassed reported having digestive and gut issues. And so Autumn has created something called the 4-week gut protocol. Like Courtney said, yes, you will get to test out this program and the next one I'm going to talk about if you are a success starter. But honestly, 4-week gut protocol coming in March of 2022. Essentially what it is, it's a 4-week elimination diet. So if you went to your doctor and you said, oh, like I'm having really a lot of digestive issues, they would say, okay, let's start by eliminating these foods to see how your body reacts. Let's eliminate these foods to see how your body reacts. And so it's a 4-week elimination diet. Vegan Shakeology is going to be recommended during those 4 weeks. And all of the information, the nutritional information and new food lists, all of that is going to be included. It also, and I thought this was pretty fun, they'll be launching 2 new supplements. So one is digestive enzymes and one is probiotics that apparently are key for those who have probiotics, prebiotics. I don't know what Erin's laughing at. Oh, she's laughing at Ainsley's face popping up. So it's going to be amazing. And tied to that, Autumn also announced 4 weeks for everybody. Guys, this is going to be huge. As I was sitting there hearing about this, I was making a list. My own mother-in-law is going through digestive issues right now and doesn't necessarily have the motivation to work out. So the 4-week gut protocol will come with 4 weeks for everybody. And what that is, it is a no impact workout. No impact workout. She said there is absolutely no jumping in this. It is 4 days a week for 4 weeks. All of the workouts are less than 30 minutes. And the only equipment you will need to do that is a core ball, because she says that there'll be a lot of core work, and dumbbells, and that will be included with the 4-week gut protocol. So there's going to be a challenge pack that's going to be available with those options. And as Courtney mentioned, those of you who are gunning for Success Starter, that will be what you're going to try. I feel like this kind of opens up our gamut of things that we can offer. I've know some of my very beginner clients have started with 21 Day Fix and gotten so discouraged after those surrenders and day 2 sore legs that they've just decided to do something else. So I think this is going to be great. Definitely going to be a great tool in our toolbox. And then the last thing that they announced that they're going to be doing is something called gamification. So if any of you has an Apple Watch or has a Fitbit, or if any of you have done Peloton, you can earn these like little badges where it'll say, good job, 7-day streak, or you beat your footsteps, or whatever it is. Those will be included in Beachbody On Demand. And I think that that is so fun because you're going to be able to earn a badge when you complete a program. You're going to be able to earn a badge when you do your first spin ride. You're going to be able to earn a badge whenever you're doing, yada, yada, yada. And that is going to be so cool because I know it's a big piece. It was a very important piece with the Peloton riders. I know personally I have an Apple Watch and I love it whenever I challenge, somebody to do a step challenge and then I win and then this little thing pops up and it's shiny and it spins and I'm like, yay! So this is coming to Beachbody On Demand. It's going to be amazing, huge motivator for those who like that external motivation. Chelsea says she loves to earn her badges. So do I. So lots of fun things. Challenge you to kind of look at it as how this is going to or can, be used in your business. Like I said, I always view it as, if I had this little brick and mortar store, I would have to figure all of this out. But they have literally laid out, all of these new things coming in March, coming in April. They also announced a new program coming in May and a new program coming in July. We have no details about those. They just said program coming. But I can already see what the next 9-10 months of this looks like, and I am so excited for it. So that's what I heard. I'm passing it over to Jen, I believe.
We do, just before Jen goes, we do have like a secret sneak peek about
Oh, were we going there?
what potentially might be the next program. And they were talking about it maybe being like a sugar and spice with Elise and Jericho, which sounded really cool.
It's
What are you
fire
shaking
and
your head
ice.
about, Erin?
Fire
Fire
and
and
ice.
ice. Fire and
Fire
ice.
and
Same,
ice.
same thing.
But you did not hear that on this call, although this
No.
is going to YouTube.
Jen.
Thanks so much. So, okay. So yeah, all of those so exciting, and getting to go to an event and hear them announce those new things coming out is always like the highlight of the trip for sure. So like Sophie, I was also an invited guest. Courtney brought me as her guest because she had hit 5-star elite, and she got to bring someone. I was beyond honored because I knew what this event was. Like, unlike Sophie, I had been to Summit, I had been to NLC, I had been to a ton of Super Saturdays. And so I knew that on the hierarchy of events, this was like the cream of the crop. And I knew that it was quite exclusive and that it would be an incredible business opportunity. And it really was. And that's what I just wanted to share with you today is that, you know, going to these events, it's not just like an excuse to party. It's not just like an excuse to hang with your friends. It's a business trip. Like, it's an opportunity to network. It's an opportunity to put a face to the name, to get yourself out there as a person who is taking this business seriously. And if you're here and you're on this call and you're taking time away from your family, I know that this business means something to you. So the biggest thing that I want to stress is to not let the fear of like imposter syndrome, or I'm not good enough, or maybe I'm not, you know, I'm not enough of a coach to go to these events, because that's not the case. This is your opportunity to make it real and to go beyond just these Zoom calls and to actually meet corporate mentors, be able to meet other coaches, be able to interact with super trainers and all of that stuff, and really get to feel this community from the inside. So for me, I'm not going to lie, the first night was elite night. I, like Sophie, was starstruck, and I totally had cases of imposter syndrome. Like, I was standing there and I was just like, whoa, I did not earn my way into this exclusive party right now. But I decided to flip the script and I decided to own it. So I know so many of you who are getting ready even to come to our Blue Diamond or our Blue Mountain Diamond retreat. You know, maybe your rank has fallen. Maybe you're feeling like, ooh, I don't know if I'm worthy of being there, or I'm a little nervous about that. Or maybe you're nervous to book that ticket to Summit because you're not quite sure if you're at that place yet. I cannot stress this enough. Go to the freaking event. Go to the event, because how it will force you to show up for your business is like no other. Like, I took it upon myself. I got over my little moment of imposter syndrome, and I went and I was talking to Arnaud, who is the VP of Beachbody International, who's an incredible man, who's so nice. Talking to Jake Story, you know, getting to meet Holly Hillier and talking to like all of these top coaches. Like, it was a really great opportunity to network and to get your name out there and take this seriously. The one thing that I was the most proud of is our team. Like, there are a lot of different teams within Beachbody, and there are some teams whose culture is partying. And we're not a part of that kind of team. Like, Jamie and Kim, the way they carry themselves in a big room is amazingly honorable. Like, our team was not out late at the bar getting drunk. Like, we were not going to concerts. We were not doing all those things because we take this job seriously. And this was a work conference. And being able to show up, yeah, Sophie, we're sitting by the pool working, being able to show up. And yeah, sometimes working is making reels, but it's still working. But we were showing up for the workouts, you know, not hungover and taking it seriously. And so if anything, I hope that you understand that you are a part of a really incredible downline, an incredible upline, I should say, of people who are true leaders within this environment. And that was really, really cool. And it totally lit that fire back in me, like these events always do, to want to do even more. So I want to share with you my biggest takeaway that I had from the event. We had one of Tony Robbins, his speakers, and her name's Carissa KK. No one can pronounce her last name. She's actually the prize if you personally hit Success Club this month and you are on a Team Cup team. So even if just you hit it, not your whole team, that's the first level tier prize that you get an opportunity to do like a workshop with her. She was amazing. I love Tony Robbins stuff. Put your hands up if you like, and you don't have to, but if you like motivational crap like that. All right, you're my people. She had us jumping up and like getting all of our excitement up and energy and stuff. And she really shared like tactical good business tips for us. Her biggest thing that she was talking about ways to grow your business, and this really stuck with me. She was talking about the importance of adding more value. So like the ways to grow your business, like number one, add more value. So adding value in your Instagram, on your feed, in your stories, and adding value to your people by creating what she called a raving fan community. Like, build your community of fans, of people who want to support you, who have your back because you're constantly giving to them. So she shared 3 ways, and there's like a graphic that I can drop in the chat later, but she shared 3 ways that you can really do this. So the first one is to attract more people into your organization, and she referred to us as like the bridge. Like, we are the bridge between like Beachbody and these people, right? Like, we are bringing them into this incredible organization. We are bringing them to these incredible programs and products that we know that we believe in because they've changed our lives. So really helping to attract those people in. The second step is to create what she called a piping hot holding tank. And that's your community. Raise your hand if you have a community. If you've created a space of your own, it can be a bod group, it can be a Facebook group, it can be a chat pod, anything. Amazing. Okay. So the mission of that community is to create it, to make it a piping hot holding tank. And that means it's a space where people get massive value. It's a space where people want to be, where they feel supported, where they feel loved, where they know that no matter where they go, they can always come back to it. And you're creating buzz around it. It's also an opportunity to like pay attention to what your people need and be okay with shifting and changing that as needed. Like for me with Rise, it started in Facebook, then we went to bod groups, now we're back to Facebook because I've been listening to my challengers and I know they love Facebook. And so that's my goal this month, is to make that a piping hot holding tank, making that a place where everyone wants to be, where they're checking in 3-4 times a day because they're so excited about what's happening in there. And then the third step is to take action. So you're attracting the people in, you're creating this piping hot holding tank for them to stay, and then you're giving them the power to take action. So that's kind of where our coaches come from, right? Where you're really instilling in your people to spread the word, to share this gift with people around them, and knowing that they can all like bring people back into that piping hot holding tank. So for me, that really resonated. That was something that I really like. It really inspired me to make sure that I'm looking at my own community and I'm asking myself, like, am I really engaged in this community? And if not, okay, what am I going to do to shift and make this a place that I want to be? So I wanted to ask you guys some questions, and I'll give you the option if you want to share it in the chat, or if you want to write it down. If you don't feel like sharing, you can. So I've just got 5 quick questions that I'm going to ask you for you to ask yourself. So number 1 was, how would you rate, and these were questions that she gave us, how would you rate your level of engagement with your challengers on a scale of 1 to 10? And if you want, you can pop it in the chat. So between 1 to 10, how would you rate your engagement level of your challengers right now? Amazing. Amazing, amazing. Okay, great. Now, number 2. Why do you think people aren't engaged? Be honest. So if you're not at a 10, why do you think people aren't engaged? So take a sec. You can even put it in the chat if you want. Not enough value. Totally, Kelly. I felt the same way. Scared to share. They're not proud of their journey. Time of year. Absolutely. They're bored of roll call. Yeah. They're not into their personal journey for sure. Maybe they just like fell off the wagon. They're not connected to the group of challengers. Yeah, if they don't know other people in there. Afraid to be judged. This is amazing. Okay, number 3, what do you need to do to improve? You're the leader of this community. And so if people aren't engaged and if things are happening like this, then what do you need to do to improve that space, to make it a piping hot holding tank? Add more value and entertainment, more value, change it up for sure. Yeah, ask them what they want to see. Make it more fun and engaging. Absolutely. Find out what they need. Polls are an incredible thing to do, to put into your group too. Show up yourself. Absolutely. So number 4, and this, you can even write this down and you can put it in the chat too. Number 4, what specifically could you do to engage your people? And Sarah answered it there even. Post in the moment rather than pre-scheduling everything. Absolutely. Like, think specifically, what can you do? So if you want to make it more fun and entertaining, have a challenge. Do, one-on-one convos, follow-up check-ins. Go live. Absolutely. Lives of meal prep, polls, themes per week, per month. I hope you guys are taking note. These are amazing. Do lives after you workout when your energy is high. I know a lot of top coaches do that. Prizes, absolutely. And number 5, who is someone you see doing an incredible job of engaging and why? So that's something that you can even, if you're not a part of your uplines group and you want to be, and you think that they're great at engaging, like I think of Kim, with her be the light or be in your light group or whatever. I'm not in there, but you see her sharing about it all the time, right? So think about the people who are doing what you want to be able to do, and then start to kind of mimic and start to kind of follow those best practices. So that was a big, thank you guys so much for sharing all that in the chat. Take a minute to, and again, I'll share that screenshot with you, those pictures with you, so that you can have those questions. But I would really encourage you to do some honest reflection on your community right now, because we can't deny the fact that the more exciting and engaging our community is, it makes the invites a million times easier. Because there's almost no hesitation, no fear, nothing to be scared of when you're asking women if they want to join this community, because you know how incredible this community is. So I just want to challenge you to take a look at your community, ask yourself how you can make it more engaging and fun, start taking action, and then just start talking about it.
All right, am I up next? I think it's me. Okay, I wanted to share a little bit about my experience at the event. I will say the first event I ever went to was life-changing for me. So it doesn't matter what event you go to, but don't you dare ever leave this business before at least getting to an event and truly seeing what this company is about. Because I remember leaving my first one and thinking, holy shit, I thought this was just me working out alone in my basement and cheering on my friends. But wow, I'm part of a $1 billion company, and they are moving mountains. They care so much about people. They have such a big mission, and I'm part of it. And it was empowering AF. So I will say, more than anything, the event helped to build my belief, and it helps me to see that this mission is bigger than myself in my basement sitting alone at 5 a.m. It is massive, and the impact is massive, and this company cares. Oh my God, they care. They care, they care, they care. So it was amazing. I hope you have Summit written down on your calendar for next summer. I think it's July 15th to 17th. Write it down. We all have to be there. We have to do one massive group hug. And yeah, I'll just leave it at that. There was one speaker who spoke the most to me because she was so tactical, and she provided such an amazing strategy for posting. And I think something that we all struggle with at some time or another is posting, and what to share, how to say it, what to do. Like, oh my God, what do I say today? What do I post today? And struggling. And she said, people don't look at posting with a strategy. we need to bring it back to a strategy. Our social media is truly our advertising, right? And no business owner just advertises without a strategy. So she gave this like essentially a 7-day that ended up being then a 21-day posting strategy that was really simple, really duplicatable, and I thought was really worthy of sharing here, especially for new coaches who are just getting started and are like, oh, I don't know what to share. This is how she trains her new coaches to start posting in a way for them to identify their voice, in a way for them to have more confidence in sharing their story, in a way to kind of like breadcrumb what they're doing and really step into what they're doing and step into their own voice. She really said often a lot of new coaches hide behind like curated content, which would be like quotes or Pinterest pictures or like borrowed quotes from other people, instead of vulnerably sharing their story, where they're at, what their journey has been, and really being vulnerable in what they're doing. And guys, we all know it's not the perfect picture or the perfect quote that's going to inspire somebody. It's you being real about your own journey, where you're at, the hardships, the hard days, and you sharing yourself vulnerably that's going to connect and reach other people who are also struggling and need what you have. So as with everything, she said, before I even share this, she said, social media is simply a complement to the inbox. And I want you all to freaking write that down. Social media complements the inbox. So everything we do on social media, every post, every story, everything is nothing but the complement to your business, which is your inbox, your community, your direct messages, how you're connected to people, how you talk to people. That's your business. Social media is simply the complement. Okay, so everything we're sharing here, remember, that's the complement. Okay, so I'm gonna, Court, can I share my screen? Okay, so do not write this all down. I will share this in our coach page so everybody has it. But this is her posting schedule that she outlines and provides to new coaches. And it's really simplified into 3 different components, which is your coach growth, your fitness, and you. All right. She says the fitness should be twice a week. You should be 3 times a week, and maybe that coach growth where you're talking about your coach journey, your personal growth, that kind of thing, twice a week. So you want to see that this is truly sharing a post. Now, this is static posts on your feed every single day, but making sure that you are the front and center of this, okay? So she suggests that you start this on your first day of coaching, and that by the 21st day, that's when you start to invite people. She had this like massive strategy about like breadcrumbing, sharing, and then saying, hey, you've been watching me for 3 weeks, why don't you join me do this? So first and foremost, she said, start with your fitness journey. If you have a before and after picture, great. If you don't, then do a day 1 commitment. And I love this idea. Frig, I wish I had done this. I wish I had done this on my first day, having the vulnerability and courage to like put my day 1 picture out there and be like, today's the first day of the rest of my freaking life. Like, powerful. I'm telling you, if you feel like you're a new coach and you don't have a transformation story, you have a day 1 commitment page. You have a day 1 commitment story. You have a commitment today to show up for the rest of your life for your health and your wellness. And it starts with you today. And I'm telling you, you post that and then share the rest of your journey. That's powerful. People will be watching. So sorry, I got super fired up there. Before and after picture, a day 1 commitment. Maybe you're sharing like your gym setup. Maybe you're talking about receiving your package, whatever it is, you're talking about your fitness journey, okay? Next, she said the next day, share behind the scenes. Maybe that's a picture of you and your screen of you working out. Maybe that's, I think I'm doing this right still. Yep. Maybe that, oh no, she said this is like behind the scenes of your life, sorry, like your family, your pets, your everyday life, your daily routine, things that are going on in your life, so people can kind of get an idea of who you are and what goes on in your regular life. From there, the next day is sharing your workout space. And so then maybe that would be you having BOD in the background, showing your setup, showing the behind the scenes. Like, people are curious. People are always curious about how you're making it work at home, what your setup looks like. The next day, share something that you are learning. So maybe that's going out for a walk, maybe that's doing something outside, maybe that's your personal development, whatever it is, something new and exciting happening in your life. Friday, what you do for fun, what your hobbies are. Maybe that's you going out for coffee with a girlfriend, maybe that's you going out for dinner, maybe that's you knitting. I don't know, whatever your hobbies are. She said, do something fun. It's Friday, do something fun. Keep it simple, keep it light. But if you see, this is you showing up every single day and not being scared to post. So challenge yourself to commit to posting for 3 weeks. Maybe you're starting a new program. You can do your day one commitment. You can show up every single day. And then on Sunday, she said Sunday is her favorite day to post. Oh, I think I skipped Saturday, but that was baking, or no, I'm missing it here. Oh yeah. Oh, I see. I did this. I think that's wrong on the top. It says on Sunday. It should start on Monday there. Anyways, on Sunday, she said it's her favorite day to post because the large majority of people are going back to work on Monday. They have the Sunday scaries. They don't want to get up in the morning. They don't want the weekend to be over. And this is when you're going to start talking about coaching and how coaching is impacting your life and how you're feeling fulfillment by helping other people. And you're feeling this passion and excitement for creating a community and doing all these great things that you, like, be honest, like these are what my words are, but be honest about how coaching is impacting your life. Share public promises. This is something I really liked what she said. Like, commit to, okay, I'm doing this program. I'm going to share every single Sunday. I'm going to share my results for the week, or I'm going to share my commitment. I'm going to share where I'm at. Maybe it's a win of the week or something that you like, a dream or a goal that you have, but talk about coaching and the impact of your life. And then she said to repeat it ongoingly for 3 weeks. So do something different, but with those realms of ideas. I think this can help the coach who's like, I have no idea what to post. This can give you an idea of things that you can post or ideas that you can have. And don't overthink it. Like, just putting something out there, sharing something with a small sentence or two underneath is enough. It doesn't need to be a like earth-shattering, lifelong thought journal dream that you want to share. Like, take the pressure off. I'm going to stop the share here and just post something. So I'll leave it at that. I hope that gives you guys some ideas, and I will share that in our coach page so you have that content if you want to print that off.
That's awesome. I already shared it in the coach page, and I put it in Coach Corner and our Diamond chat. I loved that one. That one felt the most concrete to me, because I find sometimes when we go to events or even just come to these team calls, we really want the answers. I will never forget my entire first 2 years of coaching. I was like, I wanted to know people's like invite strategy. I was like looking for the answers, how they did it, what they were doing, what they were saying, when they were saying it, you know? And so that never really goes away. So when Angie Belmar came up and she did this 21-day posting strategy, I was just like, oh, this is like so good. This is such a great take home for our team. And especially for brand, like, I'm going to use it. I'm going to implement it. And for anybody that uses the Rise Journal, like, that's exactly where you're putting it, right? Down where it says marketing plan. Oh, you can't see it because I'm in my office. But down where it says marketing plan, literally just put in Monday and the topic or whatever. I don't have it up anymore, right? Go Monday to Sunday. And that's how that this is your new accountability to continue on that posting strategy. And I do have something, a tactical share that I want to bring to you guys. But first, I guess just like my general takeaway from that entire conference. There was this coach, her name's Julie Voris. She's been coaching like 11 years. And sometimes when she talks, she's so high level. Like, I'm just like, oh man, you're like out of touch with the coach starting today, you know? But in that room, she really met us where we were at. And she was the very first person to come on stage. And she just said to us, she's like, man, it's been a rough couple of years, hasn't it? You're tired. You're excited to be here, but man, maybe you're not feeling like you are at the level you would have hoped you'd be at, right? And her biggest message for us walking into that conference was to just be here now, was to put aside all of the, and maybe this is a good metaphor for you, like, you know, we have a couple months left in the year, and maybe you're not necessarily at where you thought you would be, but to be here now, to take coaching for what it is in your life, which for most people is a gift to live in the light, to live their, you know, their best selves, to be in their journey, to be putting one step in front of the forward in such a positive way, right? And to just focus on those things. She said the number one question that she gets asked as a coach that's been coaching for 11 years is, how does she stay motivated? And she sort of looked up, and her answer to that was, how do I not? I'm 11 years in, and my job is literally to host groups to try to encourage women to put their health and fitness first. That is my job, you know, and she's obviously been really, really successful financially and has had a lot of freedoms in her life because of that job. She said, how do I not? She talked a lot about the TNT habits, the take no talent habits: press play, drink your shake, send an invite. Those 3 habits that are the cornerstone of this business take no talent. But if you can show up and you can really do those 3 habits day after day after day after day, then you're going to be more connected to what you're doing here as a coach. She said that most coaches' lack of motivation actually is a disconnection from why they started this in the first place. And to be a successful coach, you need to be a constant student in your own journey. It's actually one of the reasons that I am obsessed with what Autumn is coming out with. They said that they did a poll, and 80% of Beachbody coaches said that they have experienced gut issues or gut, you know, health issues at some point or currently do. That program allows us to be a student. That gut health program, there's no option but to go all in on that, or you actually wouldn't be able to see the benefits of it. And Julie, 11 years in, stood on that stage and talked to us about what it's been like to be a student in this business for 11 freaking years. And let me tell you, she's like in her 50s and she looks strong as fuck. She looks incredibly healthy and happy. And that is one of the most beautiful benefits of this business. I look at, you know, some of the older people in our life, it's kind of sad, right? A lot of us are, you know, late 30s or 30s or 40s, right? And we're starting to see a lot of our parents get older, and it's a little bit scary. And I saw that on stage when Julie was speaking. I saw the flip side to that. I saw what it looked like to be a Beachbody coach through my 40s. What being a proof of this freaking product would look like if I keep going for 10 more years. And for me, that was really, really inspiring. The last sort of fluffy thing I'll share before I share my screen and give you guys this takeaway was we were at dinner and Jamie went around the table and he said, what do you think it takes to be a successful Beachbody coach? Like, what's one quality that you think it really takes? And my answer was confidence. And after I said that, I really started to think about it a lot over the next couple days. And it just sort of like dawned on me that it's everything. And it's not that you need to be a confident coach, because when we start, none of us are, right? We're like nervous. We don't know what we're doing. We're unsure. We're vulnerable on posting on social, right? But just within yourself, when I started this business, if I really looked in the mirror, I knew I could do it, right? I was like, I know that I could do that. If I put all those fears aside, if I dive in, if I make my journey my job, if I really do all this, I know I can be successful at this, right? I was confident in that. And that confidence allowed me to move forward in the business, allowed me to shut that shit down when I felt those fears creeping in. So I just wanted to share that. I hope that you all can look in the mirror and know that you have what it takes to do this, because that feeling alone is going to go a long way. And if you don't, then that is your topic of personal development that you need to dive into. Okay, I'm going to share my screen. this sort of complements what Erin just shared. Okay, here it is. So this is, that's the original document that Angie Belmar shared, that 21-day posting strategy. And I'm going to give you guys, this is a Google Doc, I'm going to give you guys this link. But the next person that shared was someone named Trina Gray. She's also been coaching like 11 years. And she said, let me stop the share for 1 sec. She said that she has a master, she had her degree in communications before doing this. And she said, you know, I might not be the hardest worker. I might not recruit the most, but one thing I know how to do really, really well is communicate. And she said, since that's my superpower, I'm going to pass that on to my coaches. So when a brand new coach starts, or even, you know, a lot of you guys on this screen, you might be thinking like, okay, that's a great posting schedule, but I don't even know what to say. I don't even know where to start. Can't even find the words. And we all also know that even just writing the first line of a post sometimes can be that hardest part, right? Like when you're in university and you're trying to write an essay and you're like, if someone could just write the first line for me, I know that I could nail this out, right? That feeling. And so what she shared with us and what I'm going to share with you is they're not scripts, because if you fill in these blanks, this post is personal to you, but they're prompts. She said, by helping my new coaches, by prompting them with some of these sort of prompted scripts, it's really given them confidence to get more consistent about just posting online. And if you use that posting schedule that Erin did alongside maybe some of these, I think that in 3-4 weeks, you're going to feel a lot more confident about posting consistently online. And you're going to be able to see that it's not actually that scary. So and it goes through 21 days of it. Number 1, watching someone build themselves up from blank is so powerful. Why? Because it reminds us that blank. What matters is blank. There's no way that my post is going to be the same as Erin's. I'm not even going to pretend to interpret this for you, because that's up to you to sit down and to relate this to your life. Number 2, I found the secret to motivation that actually moves you and keeps you moving no matter what. I used to be motivated by, but it didn't work, not long-term because, right? So maybe like for me, my challenge to myself is going to be to take this 21-day posting strategy, to plug it into my Rise journal, and then to just be posting every single day. And if I need to pull up some of these prompts, then that's what I'm going to do. Number 3, I used to think working out from home, I was afraid, but now I'm so grateful, right? How much easier would it be if for our new coaches, we could offer them a couple of these examples, and they're not scripts, because you really have to make this your own. What do you do for fun? For me, it also takes, I think, guys, and what I also love about that 21-day posting schedule is that you'll notice there's one call to action at the end of that month. The inbox is the invitation. And I think we are too quick to invite in our posts and do call to actions there too often. And that can come off as like network marketing and salesy, right? If we're just adding value, sharing our life, living our lifestyle in our posts, and we're really in our inbox with the invitation, I think that we'll come across as coaches more authentic. I love all of these. I've read them all. I never dreamed I could get my butt kicked so bad by a bike. When like whatever it is, if your day-to-day is to do a fitness post and you're like, another sweaty selfie, use that. Plug that in, right? Because I used to think that like it was quality over quantity, but I think like I'm constantly changing my mind on that, right? Consistency over time wins in this business no matter what. So if you're sitting around waiting to have an inspired idea to post, you've lost that consistency piece already. If you're in your inbox inviting, but you haven't posted in a week, they don't even know what you're talking about. You're not consistent enough for them to be like, yes, I did see you ruthlessly posting in my feed for the past 7 days. And I know exactly what you're doing and what your mission is and what drives you and why this makes you feel incredible, right? So I think getting consistent, you know, having some prompts for newer coaches or for people that are struggling with what to say, looking yourself in the mirror, having the confidence to know that this business is yours for the taking if you choose that. I absolutely love what everyone else shared, Jen, with that piping hot holding tank, really believing in what we're offering. This conference was incredible, but I don't want to, you know, say like, oh, you know, not everyone's going to get to go there next year, right? So what Erin said is really true. Like, put on your vision board what your first Beachbody event is going to be or what your next one is going to be. And then put your head down and work hard so that when you walk into that room, you can feel like you've done your best to earn your spot being there. That's all I got. Erin, did you want to wrap up or say anything else?
Oh man, that was a lot of info tonight. So take one thing that really spoke to you tonight and start implementing it tomorrow. Maybe that's what Jen was talking about and investing in our community. Maybe it's what I was talking about posting. Maybe it's what Courtney's talking about making better content posts. Maybe it was what Sophie was talking about and planning out more long term. But don't be overwhelmed by this. Take one thing and move it forward in your business. We are hella excited to see you guys all here tonight. I feel reinvigorated, even more excited about this business and ready to freaking run. So thank you, all of you, for spending time with us tonight. Have a great night.
Hi guys, I posted that posting script prompts in the team page already.